For the last 3 years, the world's biggest tech companies have been on an absolute spending spree, pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into artificial intelligence. This mostly means building giant data centers and buying up all the advanced computer chips they can get their hands on. Companies like Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Oracle are leading this charge, and it makes perfect sense for them. AI infrastructure is a natural extension of their existing cloud businesses. They spend a fortune building data centers filled with NVIDIA GPUs, and then they rent the computing power out to AI startups and other big companies. In this world, spending billions on AI isn't just logical. It's directly tied to a clear way of making money. But among all these tech giants, one company stands out. Their strategy is so aggressive, so unusual, that it begs the question, what are they thinking? That company is Meta. Over the past few years, Meta has invested tens of billions of dollars into AI, and the pace is only getting faster. Back in 2021, the company spent about $19 billion on capital expenditures, which seemed like a lot at the time. Fast forward to just the first 9 months of 2025, and that number has exploded to roughly $48 billion. The vast majority of this cash has gone into building new data centers and stuffing them with expensive NVIDIA GPUs. We're talking about colossal AI facilities being built all across the United States in Texas, Wisconsin, Alabama, Ohio, and Louisiana. These aren't just small expansions. They are massive, purpose-built AI complexes designed from the ground up to handle the next generation of machine learning. And what makes this all the more shocking is that Meta has made it clear this is just the beginning. Recently, Mark Zuckerberg announced an almost unbelievable plan for Meta to spend an astonishing $600 billion on AI data centers in the coming years. Let that sink in. $600 billion. Even for a company as massive and profitable as Meta, that is an extraordinary amount of money. To put it in perspective, Meta's core advertising business, the engine that powers everything, generates about $100 billion a year in cash flow. This means Zuckerberg is planning to reinvest nearly all of the company's profits directly into AI for the foreseeable future. This strategy immediately raises a very important and, frankly, uncomfortable question. Why? Why is Meta doing this? Unlike Microsoft, Amazon, or Google, Meta isn't a cloud company. It doesn't rent out its computing power to other businesses or sell AI as a service. All of these incredibly expensive AI data centers are being built for one purpose: internal use. They are there to power Meta's own AI models and products. Right now, Meta offers a bunch of AI power tools to us, the users. There are chatbots and cool generative features built into Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. But here's the catch. Almost all of these AI products are completely free. There are no paid subscription tiers, no special features you can buy, and no enterprise licenses for businesses. As a result, Meta's AI offerings generate basically zero direct revenue. This creates a huge difference between Meta and its competitors. While other tech companies can point to clear monetization strategies to justify their massive AI spending, Meta appears to be spending historic sums of money with no obvious way to get a financial return. They are building some of the most expensive AI infrastructure on the planet just to support products that, for now, they are giving away for free. This makes Meta's approach to AI not just ambitious, but deeply, deeply unconventional. To understand how Meta got to this point, we need to look back at its history with artificial intelligence. Long before the current AI hype took over the world, Meta, which was then just Facebook, was already heavily invested in machine learning. Throughout the 2010s, Facebook used AI for all sorts of things: facial recognition for tagging photos, content moderation to keep the platform safe, language translation, and of course, super sophisticated ad targeting. These systems were vital to the business, but they were lightweight compared to the large language models we have today. Back then, most of Facebook's AI investment went into hiring the best researchers, not building massive data centers. The computing power needed for those earlier AI systems was pretty modest by today's standards. Facebook could roll out effective machine learning models without building giant GPU clusters or power-hungry infrastructure. AI was a useful tool, but it wasn't the central pillar of the company's future. Then, in 2022, everything changed. Chat was released, and the world went crazy for it. When Mark Zuckerberg saw how quickly chat captured the public's imagination and attracted millions of users, he instantly recognized AI as both a huge strategic threat and a massive opportunity. He reportedly told his AI teams to develop a competing large language model as fast as humanly possible, making it clear that money was no object. So, in 2023, Meta released its own large language model called LLaMA, which stands for Large Language Model Meta AI. LLaMA was designed to go head-to-head with models like Chat and Google's Bard. Just developing LLaMA likely cost Meta hundreds of millions of dollars in computing power alone. This moment marked the beginning of Meta's transformation. It was no longer a company that just used AI. It was becoming a company that was betting its entire future on building the most powerful AI systems in the world. Then Meta did something truly controversial. It decided to make LLaMA open. This meant that researchers and developers could download and run the model themselves for free, instead of locking it down behind a paid service like its rivals. Meta essentially open-sourced a state-of-the-art language model. From a business perspective, it only deepened the mystery of why Meta was spending so much money with so little immediate financial return. By this point, Meta's AI spending was no longer just a technical project. It had become the defining feature of Mark Zuckerberg's long-term vision. The company wasn't just dipping its toes in the water anymore. It was committing itself completely, financially and strategically, to the belief that artificial intelligence will define the next great era of computing. Whether that belief will ultimately justify a $600 billion investment is the single biggest question hanging over Meta's future. It's a gamble of historic proportions, and we're all watching to see how it plays out. Thanks for watching. What do you think of Meta's huge bet on AI? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of tech. See you in the next one.